It took me well over a day to get from Tucson, Arizona to Helsinki. And then it took another day to get up to Nurmes. I flew through Paris, and my gear didn't make it through Paris. And so for a long time, I didn't know where it was. It was very difficult to get a handle on where the gear was. Synthesizers that I'm using are all inside of a computer. They are programs that make music or make sound. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be making electronic music or playing the piano on a couple pieces. So it took probably 4.5 to 5 days for the gear to arrive. My computer had been taken apart, however, it was not put back together all the way. So it didn't work when it got here. I had to take it apart and put it back together, and I finally got some help and got it all back together. And it's working now, so I'm very happy. I'm best at keyboard, and that's what I like. That's where my heart lies. I first started out in music when I was a boy in church choirs, and I did those for a few years, and I was very involved in these choirs, and I learned a lot about music from them. And the choir master was also a Cambridge-trained organist, and I decided I wanted to take the organ too. So I took piano lessons from him in order to eventually get to be able to play the organ. I started building electronic oscillators when I was fairly young. So I was very much into electronics. I liked making circuits and putting things together and making weird noises that I could run around the house with. So I would chase my sisters around with the oscillators, making annoying noises and things. And I had 5 sisters to choose from, so it was quite a lot of fun. During college, I decided that I wanted to start playing music again. So I purchased a small synthesizer and a drum machine and a little effects box and started making my own music. One of my friends was a video artist, and I started making music for his videos. And he was also a medical documentary producer, and I would also do music for their videos. So I kind of got a little taste of what it's like to do music for moving picture. And I really enjoyed that, and just kept making music in my bedroom and my home studio for many years. After we had children, there was a 7-year period where I really didn't make any music. And then eventually I decided it was time to start making it again. And one of my friends who I'd known a long time, Mike Metley, told me about Different Skies and asked me to submit a CD to him for inclusion in the event. And it was accepted, and I was allowed into the event. And ever since, I've been working with various people in Different Skies on electronic music. I don't think it's very much different than free jazz in a certain way. There's the obvious that the instrumentation is completely different. They're all electronics, but the way that free jazz players play is they feed off each other, they listen hard, and they change what they're playing in order to be in sync with the rest of the players. And some players come out in the middle and do a little solo and pull back. And that same thing that occurs in free jazz is occurring here. It's just it's a different genre of music. And I think most of the people here can work in almost any genre. And there's a real flexibility and willingness to explore all different genres, regardless of the personal feelings people may have about any particular one. It's been really quite a fluid exchange of ideas, very easy, low stress. We all have ideas, everyone listens. It's just a terrific group of people to work with. It's I would say, because of the change in atmosphere for me, coming all the way to Finland, just very, very far from where I am. I'm 10 hours ahead or behind. And just the complete change of scenery and the language is, it's like one of those catalysts that change the way that you think musically and artistically. So with this group, I think most of us came from afar, and it's just opened our little creative centers to work in this unique way with each other. Hooligan Girligan! Hooligan Girligan! Is that good? He's like, nah, try harder. Hoova.